Here's how to format your short story or piece of fiction using the styles tools in Word. So here's some text. It's not actually a short story, but it's just some random text formatted as I have seen some student work formatted. So you can see on the first page, the lines are all pretty close together. There's no paragraphs at all. On the second page, there are some paragraphs, but they're not formatted correctly. Again, there's huge chunks of text. It's pretty hard to read. What you want to do when you submit any fiction, whether it's to the university or for publication, is to make it look professional and easy to read, like you know what you're doing. So the basic principles are you want to double line space or at least use 1.5 spacing. Use paragraphs. They are there to help the reader and to help you as a writer organise your thoughts. And all the formatting you can do quickly and easily using Word styles, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing to do is to bring the mouse pointer on the home ribbon up to the top where it says normal. It's highlighted here, and just click that. Okay. You want to right click it with your mouse, and it'll bring up some options. The second option is called modify, and that's what you want to select. So select that option that says modify. We're going to modify the normal style. Okay, when you click modify, it brings up a box that shows what normal style looks like. This is what the default setting for text on your document is. Depending on your version of Word, it may vary, but mine defaults to Calibri body text and 11 point. Calibri is a perfectly fine body text to use. It's fairly easy to read. You could use something else like Arial or Times New Roman. Sans serif fonts such as Calibri or Arial are slightly easier on the eye. The default is 11. I would suggest you increase that 1 point to 12 by clicking on the down arrow. That just helps readability. Once you've done there, you should bring your mouse pointer down to the bottom where it says Format here, and choose under the Format option the second option which says Paragraph. Okay. In the paragraph group you can change two things. You can change the indentation of your paragraphs, so not only should they stand on their own, the first line should be indented. And you can also change the line spacing. Here the normal defaults to 1.5. If I click on that, I want to select double. So choose double instead of 1.5. And then above that, under special, where it says none, change it to first line. And then click OK. Once you've done that, the text looks slightly different. You can see it's indented the first line of every paragraph, but it still doesn't appear to have changed the spacing. So what you need to do is use Control A to highlight the whole, all the text in your document. Control A on the keyboard, and then click on the normal style. And as if by magic, it will apply that formatting, so it should make it 12 point. It has indented every paragraph and it's made it all double spaced. Okay, we're not quite done yet though. We've still got an enormous block of text. If you look closely down here where the cursor is, you can see there is some speech in here. Speech is incredibly difficult to read if it's inside the text, so we need to break that up. Put the cursor there, hit enter, and create a new paragraph. Okay, so I've done that at the start of each new speech utterance. So where it says reading is easier too, she said, followed by nonsense. So that's a new speech utterance. And then further down the page, here we have to make your document look professionally produced. And then wow, he said. So instantly you can see how it makes the speech stand out. It breaks up the text. It makes it easier to read. Okay. The next thing to do, each paragraph should be indented apart from the first paragraph. So you need to put the mouse pointer at the beginning of the first paragraph, hit the back arrow just to move it over so your first paragraph begins aligned left. Then you need to add a title. I've imaginatively called this one My Story, but make sure your work does have a title. Okay, it's looking a bit better. We haven't got any page numbers here. Page numbers are really useful if you're printing out to bring to peer review or just for submission. So to do a page number, if you click down in the footer area, it makes the footer visible, and then bring your mouse pointer up to the top of the page under page number and select bottom of the page, and I would choose plain number 3, which puts a number in out on the right hand side. You could use plain number 2 as well, which inserts it in the middle. Okay, and then I suggest just with the mouse pointer on the left hand side of that number 1, put in a /, and to the left of that put in your student number. If you're submitting work to the Lifelong Learning Centre for submission, don't put your name in. It's supposed to be an anonymous submission, but put your student number in, and then if necessary we can match it up with you. Okay, so once you've done that, you can click out of the footer area and it'll save it, or you can click that My Close Footer button, and you can see that the text is just looking much more readable now. We've got a first paragraph with no indentation, second paragraph here which has been indented, a third paragraph which is some speech, fourth paragraph more speech, fifth paragraph which is a sentence, next paragraph is some speech. At the bottom we've got the student number and a page number too, so everything's there, and it becomes much easier to read. Paragraphs really do make a difference. So to recap, make sure you've double spaced your work, indent every paragraph apart from the first one, put new speech utterances on a new line indented as if each one is a separate paragraph. Remember to give your story a title, add page numbers, and for submission don't include your name but do add your student number. And that's it. Thank you.